Welcome to the Deep Dive. We're the show where we really get into complex topics, sift through all the material, articles, research, you name it, and, well, bring you the most useful insights, tailored for you, our listener.
That's right.
And today, we're embarking on a pretty exciting journey, actually. It's into something that, touches almost every part of communication, the American accent.
Mhm.
Now, you might think, okay, linguistics, maybe pronunciation drills. But as we're going to unpack today, really getting the hang of its nuances or even just understanding them better can genuinely unlock some powerful new doors.
That's a perfect way to frame it, yeah. Our mission today, it isn't just about teaching you how to say specific words in a certain way.
Right.
Instead, we're exploring why adopting elements of the American accent can be such a profound communication tool.
Hmm.
It's way more than just a linguistic exercise. It's really about making deeper, more effective connections.
And that immediately brings up that big question, doesn't it? Why should I bother? I've got my own accent, my own identity. And look, that's a totally valid point.
It really is.
But what we found looking into this, it's not about erasing who you are. Not at all. This deep dive is, well, it's about gaining access.
Access, yeah.
Think of it like adding this high-performance, super versatile tool to your communication toolbox.
Mhm.
A tool you can choose to use when it serves your goals.
And this access, it shows up in really practical ways. I mean, just think about clear communication.
Uh,
Have you ever had those subtle, kind of frustrating misunderstandings? Not because of the words you used, but just how you said something.
oh, definitely. A slight change in tone or where you put the stress.
Exactly. It can totally change the meaning. So refining your accent, even just subtly, can smooth out those little friction points. It
Yeah.
makes sure your message lands exactly how you meant it to.
Right. It kind of reduces the effort for the listener, doesn't it? So they can focus on what you're saying.
Precisely. They're not struggling to process how you're saying it.
Okay? Or think about work, your professional life.
Yeah.
We've seen so many examples where better communication skills, and yeah, accent clarity is part of that, can genuinely open up new career paths,
Mm.
especially, in American workplaces.
hmm It's not about fitting into some stereotype.
No.
It's about sounding more confident, more capable, maybe more relatable. Imagine walking into a meeting, leading a discussion, or presenting a big idea and just knowing every word, every nuance is landing.
That's a huge advantage. It lets you thrive in those high-stakes situations.
And it goes beyond the workplace, too, into your personal life. It just allows for, deeper, more natural conversations.
Yeah, when you feel like you're being understood completely, you can just be yourself, right? Without hesitating.
Exactly. That boost in confidence in your own voice, that's maybe one of the biggest benefits, but people often overlook it.
I think so too.
It's about feeling genuinely at ease, whether you're just chatting with friends or, ordering coffee or telling a story. It just flows better.
And honestly, there's just a simple pleasure in it too, right? Like
Mhm.
watching American movies or listening to podcasts without needing subtitles, without doing mental gymnastics
Yeah.
all the time.
Totally. It makes it effortless, immersive.
But here's the really crucial thing, and this came up again and again in the material. The goal isn't perfection.
Oh, absolutely not. That's a trap.
It really is. It just leads to frustration. The real aim is to sound natural. It sounds subtle, that difference, but it's huge.
It is. Perfection implies this, impossible standard. Naturalness embraces ease, authenticity, flow.
Yeah, feeling comfortable in your own voice just amplified with these new tools.
And to get that naturalness, we're going to go much deeper than just, how to shape your mouth for certain sounds. We'll explore the melody of American English, how consonants often soften, how vowels stretch out.
Which might sound weird if you're used to a more clipped accent, but it's key.
It's absolutely essential.
And it goes even further. One thing that really struck me was how much isn't just pronunciation, but the whole, the vibe,
The vibe, yeah.
the rhythm, the slang, even that underlying attitude, that kind of r- relaxed, direct, confident way of speaking. It's really holistic.
It is.
So I invite you, our listener, grab your notebook, maybe a mirror if you're feeling brave, definitely your curiosity, because this deep dive isn't about losing anything. It's about adding this really powerful, fascinating new tool to your communication toolbox. Let's get into it.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's unpack this. First, big stop.
Mm.
What's often called mastering the music of American speech. I love that analogy.
It's a good one, isn't it?
It immediately tells you it's not just separate sounds like notes on a page. It's way more dynamic. We're talking intonation, rhythm,
Yeah.
stress, all working together like an orchestra.
That's a fantastic point. Thinking of language as music is really helpful. What we found is that American English has this distinct rhythm, a melody, a flow, like a piece of music.
Uh-huh.
It's not just how you say individual words, but how they string together in context. That's what gives them their real shape and meaning. If you only focus on isolated sounds, well, you miss the symphony.
You miss the whole feel of it.
Yeah, it's like the hidden code. It tells native speakers not just what you're saying, but how you feel, how confident you are.
So the first instrument in this orchestra, intonation. That's the rise and fall of your voice, right? The melody line.
Exactly.
And we found a really specific American thing is how sentences often end with a downward pitch, especially when you're being confident or just giving information. It's subtle but powerful.
It absolutely is. Like if you say, I'm going to the store, if your voice goes up at the end,
Sounds like a question.
right, even if it's a statement,
Mhm.
but if you let your voice fall slightly at the end, I'm going to the store, you sound more sure, more definite.
It signals certainty, intention,
Yeah.
which is obviously crucial for clear communication.
It's like the vocal equivalent of a period. It signals finality, conviction. Think about are you coming versus you're coming. Almost the same words.
But the intonation changes everything, meaning,
Yeah,
emotion.
totally. And avoiding misunderstandings, especially at work where clarity is everything. This is fundamental.
That's a brilliant way to put it. Vocal punctuation. And speaking of timing, that brings us straight to rhythm. The timing, the beat of the words.
Mm-hmm.
And here's where it gets really interesting. American English is famously a stressed timed language,
Right. This is key.
meaning certain syllables get spoken longer, louder, maybe higher pitched than others,
Mm-hmm.
and the whole sentence rhythm kind of revolves around those stressed points.
This is a major difference from many other languages, which might be syllable timed, where each syllable gets roughly equal weight, like Spanish or French often do.
Uh-huh.
But in American English, the unstressed syllables, they just naturally speed up. They get compressed, almost squished to fit around the stressed ones.
They shrink.
Yeah, they almost disappear sometimes. It's like a linguistic efficiency hack. You highlight the important bits.
Right, like the example, I need to buy some milk. You can feel it when you say it.
Yeah.
Need and milk.
Oh.
Get the stress.
And to buy
It
say.
just gets swallowed, almost, said way faster, blends together. Tabusum.
Exactly. If you gave every syllable equal weight, it would sound really stilted, maybe robotic.
Yeah, definitely not natural. Understanding this rhythm helps you flow. It's the beat of the conversation, guiding the listener.
And that connects directly towards stress, which honestly is a complete game changer.
Oh yeah, how so?
Well, stressing the wrong syllable, it can totally change a word's meaning or even just what kind of word it is. Like, is it a noun or a verb?
Ah, okay. That sounds like a common trap.
It's huge, and it came up again and again as critical. It's not just about being understood vaguely. It's about avoiding complete mix-ups.
Gotcha. Okay, give us some examples.
Okay, two great pairs came up. First, record. If you stress the first syllable, record, that's a noun, right? Like a vinyl record.
Okay, record, got it.
But stress the second syllable, record, now it's a verb, to record something.
Record. Wow, yeah, totally different feel. And potentially confusing if you mix them up.
Definitely. And similarly, present. Stress the first syllable. Present. That's a noun, a gift.
Present, like a birthday present.
Right. But stress the second. Present. Now it's a verb. To present an idea.
Present. Huh. That little shift changes the whole word's job in the sentence.
Exactly. So mastering this isn't just about sounding more American, it's about navigating meaning, avoiding those miscommunications, making sure your message is accurately understood.
Okay, so we've got this whole musical idea, intonation, rhythm, stress. How do you actually practice this? How do you train your brain, your ears, your mouth to actually do it?
Well, one really effective exercise that was suggested is recording yourself imitating short clips. From American TV, YouTube, podcasts.
Okay, imitating. But what's the focus?
The key isn't just repeating the words, it's focusing intensely on how they're said, the emotion, the little pauses, the pace, the ups and downs, the energy shifts.
Ah, so it's more than just mimicry.
Much more. It's immersive auditory learning. You're training your brain, your ears, and your speech muscles all at the same time to recognize and reproduce this new musical system.
The rhythm and melody.
Exactly. It literally builds new pathways in your brain, makes it more intuitive, more automatic over time. You're training your whole communication system to groove to this different beat.
It sounds like learning an instrument by ear. You're not just reading notes, you're feeling the rhythm, internalizing the melody.
That's a great analogy, and that's what makes it sound natural and confident, not just correct.
Hmm.
Moving from hitting the notes to performing the symphony, that's where the magic is.
Okay, so if that was the orchestra, now we're getting up close with the individual instruments, the distinctive sounds. This is where we get into the secret sounds, right?
Hmm.
Those specific phonetic things that really make the American accent stand out.
Exactly, especially compared to other English accents. And the biggest differentiator, it usually comes down to the vowels.
The vowels, interesting. How so?
Well, it's fascinating, actually. It's about the shape and tension in your mouth. A core trait is that American vowels are often pronounced more openly, like with a wider mouth, a more relaxed jaw.
More relaxed.
Yeah, and they tend to be held longer. It gives the speech this expansive quality, like the vowels have more room to breathe.
Uh-huh. Come on in. Make yourself at home. Vowel sounds.
Pretty much. We found some great examples. Take the A sound, like in cat.
Like a cat.
In some accents, it might be short, flat, kind of clipped,
Yeah.
cat. But in American English, it's more open, jaw slightly lower, almost like cat.
Cat. Yeah, you stretch it out, give it space.
Right. Or the O in hot. It's not tight and rounded. Americans tend to make it lower, stronger, more open, almost like hot.
Hot. Okay, I can feel the difference. My mouth is definitely more open.
If you try saying them first clipped, then consciously opening up and stretching the vowel, you immediately hear and feel that difference. Getting these open, relaxed vowels makes your speech instantly sound more American, less clipped. It helps the words flow. It's a real hallmark.
Okay, vowels are key. But not the only stars, right?
Hmm.
You mentioned a consonant earlier that's a big deal. The R.
Ah, yes, the prominent R, often called the star of the American accent.
And why is that?
Because Americans generally don't drop their R sounds. They really embrace them, make them clearly audible. This is called rhoticity, and it's a major difference from many non-audic accents like standard British English, where the R might only be said before a vowel.
Gotcha. So you hear the R more often and maybe more strongly.
Exactly. Think of water. In many accents, maybe wata, the R is soft or gone,
Right.
but American English, wata, clear R at the end, or hard becomes hard. There's a strong R sound involving curling your tongue.
Okay. Curling the tongue. Any tips for practicing that?
Yeah, the tip is simple but effective. Curl your tongue slightly back, but don't touch the roof of your mouth. You're not aiming for a harsh, like, pirate R sound.
Oh, right.
It's more of a deep, smooth R that flows from the back of your mouth. Takes a bit of practice to find that spot, but once you get it, it's unmistakable. A real American signature sound.
Okay, R is covered. What's next in the secret sound toolkit?
Next up is something called flapping. This is where a T sound magically turns into a soft, fast D sound.
A T becomes a D.
Yeah, it's a very American thing. Technically, it's a flapped T or tapped T. It happens when a T is between two vowel sounds, or sometimes between a vowel and an L or N before another vowel. It's subtle, but it hugely impacts the flow.
Okay, this sounds really interesting because it's probably super common, but maybe not obvious if you're learning. Examples.
Oh, they're everywhere. Listen, butter sounds like butter.
Butter. Okay.
City becomes city.
City. Wet.
Better becomes better. If you say butter with a really sharp aspirated T, it sounds, well, precise, but not quite natural to an American ear.
It sounds a bit too careful.
Exactly. The flap is about blending words smoothly, efficiently.
Gotcha. Is there a good way to practice that?
Yeah, there's a great tongue twister. It's better to eat butter in the city.
It's better to eat butter in the city.
Now try saying it faster. Let those T's melt into Eds. It's better to eat butter in the city.
Better. Butter. City. Whoa. Okay. Saying it fast really makes it happen. That instantly feels more American.
See. It shows how a small phonetic rule makes a big difference to naturalness and flow. Words just connect better, like they're dancing.
Okay, one more sound we need to touch on. The schwa. You mentioned it briefly. Not exactly secret, but important.
Absolutely. The schwa sound, that weak, quick sound, is everywhere in American English. It's the glue holding sentences together.
The sound, where does it pop up?
It's the sound of reduced, unstressed vowels. Americans often reduce vowels and syllables that aren't stressed down to the schwa. It makes speech maybe less precise in those spots, but much more natural and efficient overall.
Efficiency again.
Yeah. Think about words like about today, photograph, the second A in America. Those unstressed vowels often become schwa, says Bance Saska.
Okay, so it's kind of like a default lazy sound for unimportant vowels.
You could call it lazy informally, but it's crucial for the rhythm. The classic example is banana. You almost never hear bana with three distinct A sounds. It's almost always bana. That first A becomes a soft, quick, a little.
Boo, N-A. Got it. So for all these sounds, the open vowels, the R, the flap, the schwa, what's the main takeaway?
The big tip, consistently highlighted, isn't about forcing your mouth into strained positions. It's about learning to relax. Relax your mouth, your jaw, your tongue. Let the sounds flow more easily. Often the path of least resistance is the most natural and authentic way to make these American sounds.
Relax and let it flow.
I like that.
Okay, we've got the music, we've got the secret sounds. Now, how do we actually practice this stuff so it sticks? How do we make it part of our actual speech?
Right. This is where we get into a really powerful technique. It's something actors use all the time for accents. Shadowing and imitation.
Shadowing, like being someone's shadow.
Exactly. Think of it as your daily high-intensity accent workout, and it's way more than just repeating words. It's about becoming a literal echo of a native speaker.
An echo.
It's incredibly immersive and effective because it engages so many things at once. Your hearing, your brain processing the sound, your vocal cords, tongue, lips, everything working together.
So what exactly is it? How does it work?
Okay, so shadowing is listening to a native speaker and immediately repeating what they say. Like right after them, maybe just a second or two behind.
Not waiting for them to finish the sentence.
No, you're speaking almost with them. And you're mimicking everything, their pronunciation, rhythm, tone, even the emotion, as closely as you possibly can.
Wow, okay. That sounds intense.
It is. It's a real-time, active listening and speaking exercise. It forces you to process the sound and produce it immediately, kind of bypassing your usual mental translation or grammar check.
Ah, cutting out the middleman.
Sort of.
Hmm.
This direct feedback loop trains your ears to pick up subtle nuances and trains your mouth to reproduce them instinctively. You're building new muscle memory for speech.
Okay, that makes sense. Is there a specific method? Like, how would someone start doing this?
Yeah, there's a clear step-by-step approach we found. Step 1, choose your clip. Find a short American video or audio clip, maybe 30 seconds to a minute.
From what? Like a movie?
Could be a sitcom, a podcast you like, a movie scene, something with natural, everyday dialogue. And importantly, pick something you actually find interesting with clear audio.
Okay, got the clip. Step 2.
Step 2, play and pause. Listen to just one sentence, then pause it and repeat that sentence out loud. And here's the critical part. Really focus on matching the speaker's sound, not just the words.
Matching the sound, meaning the intonation, rhythm.
Exactly. Their intonation, rhythm, emotion, how they link words. Are they speeding up, slowing down? What's the feeling in their voice? Try to capture all of that.
Okay, play, pause, repeat, focusing on the sound. Then what?
Step 3 takes it up a notch. Continuous shadowing. Now play the clip again, but don't pause. Speak at the same time as the speaker. Literally shadow their voice.
Whoa, speaking at the same time, that sounds really hard.
It is challenging at first. It feels like trying to sing harmony when you don't know the melody, but it forces you to keep up with the natural pace and flow, pushes you out of your comfort zone.
Okay, I can see how that would force you to adapt. Is there a final step?
Yes, and this one is absolutely crucial. Record and compare.
Ah, record yourself doing it.
Exactly. Record yourself while you're shadowing, then listen back to your recording and compare it directly to the original speaker. This is where the real learning happens.
Why is the recording so important?
Because it gives you objective feedback. You can pinpoint specific areas for improvement with laser precision. Where did your voice sound flat compared to theirs? Was your rhythm slightly off? Were you too fast here, too slow there?
Okay, so it was like self-coaching.
Precisely. That self-correction loop is incredibly powerful. It's like having a personal coach who's always honest and helps you refine things.
The power of shadowing. It sounds intense, but really effective.
It really is, because it goes way beyond just pronunciation drills.
Yeah.
It actively retrains your brain, your ears, and your speech muscles all at once. It's truly holistic.
Integrating listening, processing, speaking, all in one go.
Exactly.
And what about consistency? Does it take hours every day?
No, that's the beauty of it. The research consistently shows that even just 10 minutes of dedicated daily shadowing can lead to noticeable differences in just a few weeks.
Only 10 minutes. That's manageable.
Totally. It's a fantastic return on a small, consistent daily effort. It's not about being perfect every time. It's just about showing up and doing it deliberately.
Okay, now you mentioned actors. Is there anything else we can borrow from them to, like, supercharge this?
Yes. One advanced technique that came up is incorporating facial expressions and even hand gestures while you shadow.
Facial expressions and gestures.
Yeah.
While shadowing. How does that help?
It might sound a bit odd, but think about it. American speech is often really expressive, right? Animated.
No, definitely. Lots of nodding hand movement.
Exactly. That body language isn't separate. It supports and enhances the rhythm, the tone, the emotion. So when you mirror everything, the sound, the style, the gestures, the emotion, you're building the accent layer by layer. You integrate the physical and vocal expression.
So it makes it feel more natural, more embodied.
Precisely. That's the actor training idea. You're embodying the language, not just saying the words. Make it fun. Pretend you are the actor delivering the lines. Speak with purpose. Own the words. Engage your whole body.
It makes the learning deeper, more effective. You're not just speaking, you're performing.
Exactly. And that deepens your understanding and command of the whole communication package.
Okay, so we've covered the music, the secret sounds, the shadowing workout. Now we get to the really subtle stuff, right? Moving beyond mechanics to just sound natural.
This is such a crucial stage. It's where you go from technically correct to authentically effortless.
And this involves things like phrasing, contractions, and attitude.
Exactly. It's about speaking like real people actually speak with flow, using shortcuts and embodying confidence. Recognizing language isn't just isolated words, but how they connect and blend in conversation.
It's the difference between speaking correctly and speaking fluently.
Precisely.
So let's start with phrasing. You mentioned connected speech. What's that about?
Connected speech is huge. Americans typically group words into chunks, into phrases, rather than saying each word distinctly. Words run together, sounds often melt into each other.
Creating a smoother flow.
A much smoother, more continuous flow. If you enunciate every single word perfectly separately, well, it can sound a bit stilted, overly formal, maybe even robotic.
Right. You don't really say, "Did you eat yet?"
Exactly. You say, "Did you eat yet?" That blending happens naturally as speech speeds up. The key is letting words run together smoothly.
Okay. Examples of this running together.
Oh, they're everywhere. Instead of "what are you doing?" you almost always hear.
What you doing?
Right. Or "give me that
Well,
because."
give me that.
Let me see.
Let me see.
And the classic, "I don't know."
I don't know. Yeah.
These might seem informal, maybe even slangy, but they're so common in everyday spoken American English. Practicing this connected speech is essential for sounding fluent.
It's not sloppy. It's efficient and natural, like water flowing, not individual drops.
Beautifully put.
Okay, so connected speech. And that ties into contractions, right?
Absolutely. Stipping contractions is one of the quickest ways to sound unnatural or stiff. It signals you're not quite comfortable with conversational English.
Like saying, "I am going to eat," instead of,
"I'm gonna eat." The first one, while grammatically perfect, just sounds less natural, less fluent.
so contractions like "I'm," "you're," "don't," "can't."
Yeah.
They're not optional.
Pretty much not if you want to sound natural. They're a fundamental part of sounding like a native speaker. Avoiding them makes your speech choppy. It disrupts that flow we just talked about.
It builds walls between words instead of bridges.
Exactly. Using them effortlessly shows you're comfortable in the conversation. It's like the secret handshake.
Haha. Okay. Connected speech, contractions.
Mm-hmm.
What's the last piece for sounding natural? You mentioned attitude.
Ah, yes. The power of attitude. This is maybe the most nuanced part, but so important. American English isn't just grammar and sounds, it's heavily influenced by tone, by underlying emotional cues, even by a certain conversational persona.
What kind of persona or attitude are we talking about?
Well, generally, there's often a sense of friendliness, directness, being relaxed, maybe even playful or sarcastic sometimes. It's not something you learn from a textbook rule.
You have to absorb it through listening, feel the vibe.
Exactly. It's the emotional intelligence of the language. It's the difference between understanding the words and understanding the person.
You can give an example.
Sure. Really? That's awesome.
Yeah.
You can say that with a rising, enthusiastic tone, showing genuine excitement.
Right.
Or take, "oh, great," said flatly, maybe with a slight tone shift.
Totally sarcastic.
Yeah.
Means the opposite.
Exactly. Same words, completely different message because of the attitude conveyed through tone.
So to sound truly American,
Yeah.
you have to tap into that emotion, feel the words.
You really do.
Wow.
It adds that crucial layer of authenticity, personality, makes you sound real, relatable, engaged. It's the difference between reciting a script and giving a compelling performance.
Okay, so how do we practice that? The attitude part.
Well, here's a great final challenge for naturalness we found. Pick a short conversation from a movie or sitcom you like. Just a few lines. Write them down.
Okay.
And then act it out with
Yeah.
full American attitude. Really go for it. Use the contractions, link the words, vary your pitch, bring the energy, the personality of the characters. Don't be afraid to exaggerate a bit at first.
Act it out. That makes sense. It shifts you from just learning to performing the language,
Exactly. It highlights the expressive nature of American communication. When you embrace the emotional and stylistic bits, you're not just mimicking sounds, you're engaging with the culture of communication, bringing the language to life.
Wow, okay. We have covered a ton today. The music, the sounds, the shadowing, the natural flow. But, knowing all this is one thing. Doing it consistently is another,
That's always the challenge, isn't it? Turning insight into action.
which is why this bonus section is so great. The Real Life Practice Challenge. A 7-day plan to actually turn this into progress.
Yeah, this part is all about actionable steps, making it feel less daunting, more achievable. And the key message here is daily effort, not perfection.
Daily effort, not perfection. I like that. Breaks it down into bite-sized tasks.
Exactly. It's a roadmap to building that daily habit.
Okay, let's walk through this 7-day American accent challenge. Ready?
Let's do it. This is where the practice leads to real change.
Okay, day 1. Mirror phrasing. Task. Mimic phrasing and intonation of a short native speaker clip, 20-30 seconds, but also mimic their facial expressions and body language.
Right. That integration is key. Connecting sound to visual cues enhances expression. Engaging your face, your body, it reinforces the intonation and rhythm holistically, makes it feel more natural.
You don't just sound more American, you feel it in your delivery. Okay, day 2. Flap the T. Practicing words like butter, better, water, later, city. Slowly, then fast, making that soft-eyed sound.
And use the tongue twister. The better butter is in the city water. Say it fast, let the tea smelt. This ingrains that common feature, makes it automatic, trains your tongue.
Unlocking the fluency code. Day 3. R attack. Focus on that strong American R read. Randy rode a red roller coaster. Record yourself. Compare. Focus on a smooth, strong R tongue curled back, not touching the roof.
Right. This drill reinforces that crucial sound. Consistent practice makes it natural, boosting your sound quality, especially helpful if you come from a non-rhotic background. You'll feel the muscle work.
Day 4. Shadow and parrot. Put shadowing into action. Pick a speaker from a show or podcast, shadow them. Record yourself. Listen back, compare. Identify just 2 specific areas to improve, then repeat, focusing on those.
This builds that vital ear-mouth coordination. It refines your ability to hear nuances and reproduce them, training your ear to detect, your mouth to produce accurately.
Day 5. Sound lazy in a good way. Embrace connected speech and contractions. All day use wanna, gonna, lemme, kinda. Focus on fast-flowing speech. Let go of perfection. Let words run together.
This encourages natural flow, breaks the habit of stiff pronunciation, helps you sound less like you're translating, more like you're just speaking, builds confidence in those conversational shortcuts. You'll feel your mouth relax.
Day 6. Tell a story in an American accent. Get creative. Tell a familiar story, daily routine, funny memory in full American style. Exaggerate the voice, use everything you practiced, have fun.
This applies all the elements: intonation, rhythm, sounds, contractions, attitude spontaneously, moves you from drills to integrated performance, shows you where you are in a real-world context.
And finally, day 7. Comment in English. Record a line. Write a simple sentence about your journey, like, I'm practicing my American accent today, feeling better already. Record yourself saying it. Listen, tweak, re-record until you like it.
This integrates writing, speaking, self-assessment, gives you tangible output, reinforces progress. Taking ownership by correcting your own sentence builds confidence and marks your growth.
So the big takeaway from this whole challenge, and really from everything we discussed, is that emphasis on daily effort, not overnight perfection.
Absolutely. You don't become fluent in 7 days. But showing up, speaking out loud, training your ear and mouth consistently, that's the key. Like a musician practicing daily.
It's building the habit.
Yeah.
Small chunks, compounding gains over time. Every little bit adds up.
Exactly.
So here's our challenge to you, the listener, right now. Pick one task from that list. Just one. Try it today. Start the journey. Because the best way to sound American.
Is to start speaking like one, with purpose and with fun.
So we've taken quite a journey today. Through the music, the sounds, the practice techniques, the natural flow. What's the big truth tying it all together?
I think it was put so well in the research. Sounding American isn't about being flawless. It's about being understood, feeling genuinely confident, and forging deeper, more authentic connections.
That really is the core of it, isn't it? By
Right.
practicing the rhythm, mastering the sounds, doing the shadowing, embracing the natural flow, you're not just tweaking your accent.
No, you're becoming a better, more effective, more engaging communicator overall. It shifts focus from a technical skill to a human ability to connect.
It's about speaking with your own voice, but with more clarity, more energy, with you shining through. Your accent isn't a weakness, it's a bridge.
Exactly. And now you have the tools to make that bridge strong, natural, effective.
And that's a powerful thought. This journey of learning, of communication, it's never really done, is it?
No, it's ongoing, a process of growth, discovery. So keep listening, keep mimicking, keep experimenting, keep growing.
And maybe consider this as you move forward. How might embracing an accent, even partially, deepen not just your communication, but your cross-cultural empathy, your understanding?
That's a fascinating angle. It's not just clearer words, it's new ways of relating to the world, to its diverse voices.
Mm.
The more you understand how others communicate.
The richer your own interactions
Yeah.
become, the broader your world expands. Keep practicing. You've got this. We can't wait to hear how your communication journey evolves.
Absolutely. The journey continues, and the potential for connection is limitless.